In today's video, I'm gonna be giving you guys the top 5 best weapons alongside with class setups and tunes here in Modern Warfare 2 after the Season 1 Reloaded update. There were a few weapon balance updates that came out, so I'm gonna be covering some of those weapons here in today's video. First, if you guys happen to be brand new around here, make sure you guys subscribe. There is a daily YouTube video, whether it's best class setups, tips and tricks, high kill gameplays, and more. And do me a solid by clicking the thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments some other weapons I may have missed or that you think should have been included here in today's top 5. Our first class setup, we have the Vel-46. Now, they buffed this at the beginning of Season 1, and they buffed it again. They made it even better. So they reduced the hip spread, increased movement speed, and increased far damage. If this isn't the best SMG now, I don't know what is. So here's my setup with this. Starting off, we have the 1MW Artemis laser. Oh, I definitely butchered that one. We get aiming stability, which is really nice. It just makes the weapon easier to handle, and there's no cons, which is great. For the barrel, I have the Tango 228. This gives you damage range and bullet velocity, so our Vel-46 is just that much more effective at longer ranges. For the muzzle, this is a top tier muzzle. You're gonna see it on some of the other class subs we cover. The FTAC Castle Comp, horizontal and vertical recoil control. This makes your weapon a laser beam, and it's unbelievable. For the magazine, I went with the 50 round mag so I could take out multiple enemies without having to reload. And then finally, I threw on the Schlager Soldier Grip. Your sprint to fire speed and ADS speed, just a little bit of a mobility boost. And then for the tuning, starting off with the barrel, I did plus 0.19 for recoil steadiness and then plus 0.25 for the damage range, which helps reduce the amount of bullets it takes to kill at longer ranges. And that's something that actually buffed on this thing. So at medium ranges, you could definitely outgun some ARs. For the tuning on the Castle Comp, I went with plus 0.54 recoil stabilization and then plus 0.26 gun kick control. And that's what makes this thing so good, is that gun kick control. And you could see the recoil just super green. Really, you shouldn't be missing any shots. You cannot tune the laser or the magazine, and that leaves us with the rear grip to tune. And we have negative 0.61 for ADS speed, and then plus 0.15 for aiming idle stability. Takes this thing to the firing range. I mean, first off, the movement's really, really good. And then the recoil control, you can see, incredible. Medium ranges, not missing any shots. If this doesn't convince you to use the Vel-46, genuinely, I have no idea what will. Our second weapon, we have the TAC-56. Surprisingly, they left it alone. They didn't nerf it, and that's awesome because I found this to be the best weapon in the game, and I think that still remains true. So for the attachments, I have the Tundra Pro barrel. Damage range, bullet velocity, again, just making the TAC-56 that much more effective at any range we use it. Revisiting the same muzzle, the Castle Comp for that recoil control. We have the FTAC Ripper underbarrel. This is the best underbarrel for any long range weapon. I mean, just look at the accuracy and recoil control. I promise you, you are not missing shots when you throw this on. We have the 40 round magazine to take out multiple enemies without having to reload. 40 is more than enough because of how strong and powerful this weapon is. 60 is a little OD. If you don't have that great of accuracy, feel free to throw it on, but you do lose out on handling and mobility, which kind of sucks. So that's why I do the 40 round. And then finally, oh dude, this stock is so good. We got the TV Cardinal stock. You get aim walking speed, so you get strafe quicker, making it harder for the enemies to land shots on you, and sprint speed. So you can just run a little bit more quickly, get across the map a lot more smoothly. So starting off with the tuning on the barrel, we did recoil steadiness for plus 0.21, and then the damage range is plus 0.25. If you guys are like a point or two off, don't trip. Just try to be as close as you possibly can. For my FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, I basically have it the exact same as we had it on the Vel-46, so you're not going to go too in depth on that. For the underbarrel, this is really important. You want to make sure that it's plus 0.26 for aiming idle stability and plus 0.41 for accuracy. It's almost completely maxed out. Wait till we take this into the firing range. You're gonna see it's just a little too accurate. That's all I'm gonna say. And then finally, for the tuning on the stock, I did negative 2.45 ADS speed and then aim walking speed at negative 1.39. So I really favored the mobility on the stock tuning. So if you take this to the firing range, again, first off, movement looking really, really good. We're nice and fast because of that stock. The strafe speed is incredible because of that stock once again. And then the recoil control. Castle Comp, the barrel, I mean, it is just unbelievable. I love it so much. Accurate, fantastic mobility. This is why the TAC-56 is the best weapon in Modern Warfare 2. at least in my opinion. I think a lot of you guys can agree that this is the worst SMG here in Modern Warfare 2, but after the buff it received, maybe not anymore. So they increased the movement speed, increased the ADS speed, and the sprint to fire speed on the 32 round magazine. Still a little bit of a pea shooter, but the mobility may get us out of some of those sticky situations where we could survive. So here's the best MX9 build. So starting off, we have the 1MW Artemis laser. Once again, completely butchered it. Don't mind me. This is the same laser we had on the Vel 46 with the aiming stability, no cons. Just makes your weapon more accurate, which is great. For the barrel, we have the 508 rear guard, damage range, bullet velocity. You already know. We're gonna need it because of how much of a pea shooter this thing is, but this thing just helps the weapon just be that much more effective at longer ranges, which is what we need. I have the Cronin Mini Pro Optic. First weapon to have an optic on it because the iron sights are abysmal. Throw something on it. This is just my personal favorite one. I obviously have that 32 round magazine because it's the largest magazine this weapon receives, and we get a little bit of a better increase in our mobility, which is great, and that's what we're looking for. And then finally, for the comb, I decided to increase my mobility even more. We got sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. Now, as far as goes for the tuning, starting off with the barrel, I have plus 0.26 for recoil steadiness, and then the same as all the other barrels that we've covered today, plus 0.25 for the damage range. So this is going to make the MX9 just kill a little bit more quickly at longer ranges. For the tuning on the optic, I did negative 0.97 for ADS speed and then negative 1.38 for FAR. And then finally, the tuning on the FTech C11 comb, we did plus 0.20 for recoil stabilization, and I slightly tuned it. And then at the bottom there, we slightly tuned it for aiming idle stability, plus 0.05. Now, if we take this into the firing range, you will see the mobility is very, very good on it from the buff. And it's already a laser beam. There you go. I mean, there's nothing much more to the MX9. I think it's still worth trying out because of the mobility buff. It just feels a lot more clean on it. It's already been a laser beam. Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, speaking of the worst weapon in their category, we have the KASTOV 545, which many believe it to be the worst assault rifle. But after today's update, I promise you, it is now a top tier. After the buff, this thing got an increase in muzzle velocity, a small decrease to hip spread, increase close damage, and an increase to chest damage multiplier. So overall, the KASTOV 545 now kills a lot more quickly and it's a lot stronger. Now, here are the best attachments to use on your KASTOV 545. I highly recommend trying this thing out, man. It is so much better. Starting off the barrel, we have the IGK30. You get bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil control. So not only is our weapon going to be more effective, but it's going to be a lot easier to control, which is great. For the muzzle, I don't really got to say much. It's the best muzzle in the game, the Castle Comp for the recoil control. We have the 40 round magazine, 60s OD. You really don't need it. I think 45 is perfect. You need an optic on it, but me personally, I do because I do not like the iron sights. I got the Slimline Pro, which is a free optic that all of you should have. And then finally, I have the Pro Light TL3 stock for a increase in mobility because none of my other attachments were giving me that. We get sprint speed, we're a lot lighter on our feet, aim walking speed, we got that strafe speed, and the ADS speed, which is great. So we got a little bit of everything. We got the power because of the buff, we got recoil control because of our Castle Comp, and then the mobility with the stock. With the tuning, which every attachment gets tuned except the barrel, starting off with the optic, I did ADS speed, negative 1.65, and then I did FAR, negative 1.45. The barrel, I went with recoil steadiness and damage range, and you guys can see those numbers right there. So this weapon's gonna kill a little bit more quickly and take less shots to kill at longer ranges. The tuning on the Castle Comp is 0.26 for both recoil stabilization and gun kick control, and you can just see how green and present it is for the recoil control. It's really, really good for that. And then the tuning on the stock, I did negative 1.16 for the ADS speed and then negative 0.77 for the aim walking. If we take this into the firing range very quickly, you're gonna see not only is it like pretty snappy and quick with the mobility, but a laser beam. The TTK looks so much better than it did previously, which I really, really like. It is definitely worth using after the update. And finally, class setup number 5. One of my personal favorite SMGs in this game, the FENNEC 45. It's the fastest killing one, and they didn't even nerf it, which is great. So use it while you can. Starting off with the first attachment with the quick fire laser, you get ADS speed, No cons, just ADS speed. It's just that simple. For the barrel, I have the Forged Tack Ninja. What makes this thing so good, it has an integrated muzzle. We have the sound suppression, so we don't need to waste a muzzle on it. We already have a suppressor on it. We get the bullet velocity and damage range, which make this thing that much more effective. And we get recoil control, which we're gonna need because the fire rate on the FENNEC 45 is really, really high. So we're already off to a fantastic start. My underbarrel, I have the FSS Shark Fin. Aiming idle stability, again, it's just that simple. All you get is that, no cons whatsoever. We have the FENNEC Mag 45, which you're definitely gonna need because, again, the fire rate's really high, you burn through ammo, you're gonna reload a lot, and this is the biggest magazine it comes with. And then finally, for the stock, I have the Agile Assault 7. And then throwing this on gives you that sprint speed, aim walking speed, crop speed, ADS speed, just overall, just make you so much lighter on your feet and quick. Starting off with the tuning on the barrel, I did plus 0.31 for recoil steadiness and then plus 0.21 at the bottom there for the damage range. And you could just see how much the range gets increased when you tune it for it. For the tuning on the underbarrel, I did negative 0.59 for ADS speed and plus 0.26 for aiming idle stability. Again, I just kind of went for a little bit of recoil control, a little bit of mobility, and it ended up working out. You cannot tune the laser or the magazine, so that leaves us with the tuning on the stock, negative 2.32 ADS speed and then negative 1.47 for the aim walking. Bring this to the firing range. Mobility, not too bad, but the recoil control, unbelievable. For a high fire rate weapon, that is very good recoil control. And just like that, you guys now have the top 5 best weapons with their class setups and tunes that you should be using here in the Season 1 Reloaded update. Next, I'm gonna give you guys my perk package and the main perks I always use. I use double time so I can just get around the map a little bit more quickly, just kill to kill. So much nicer. I got scavenger so I don't gotta pick up some random weapons off the ground and I don't have to worry about using the ammunition box. I got fast hands to reload quicker and quick fix where I regenerate my health after every single kill. The best ultimate perk, hands down. Tactical, I use stims. It really doesn't matter. I use stuns sometimes. I'm always changing it up. Sometimes the snapshot nade. The Semtex is so good and strong in this game. I always find myself getting double kills, which is great. And then for the field upgrades, I do ammunition box. Sometimes you don't run over the scav packs. It's all good. You could just throw this on. Or you could do dead sounds. I got 2 field upgrades. Dead sounds comes in handy when you're trying to flank. You don't want enemies to know where you're at. And that's pretty much it, man. Let me know in the comments what weapons I did not include that I should have. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed because I'm gonna do more top 5. We have more class setups, crazy gameplay, and just so much more. I don't want y'all to miss out. So ring that bell icon. You'll be notified the next time I upload. And you can be some of the first people to see what the new vid's all about. And for those of you who made it to that, man, hit the thumbs up button. 150 likes in the first 24 hours of this video being live. If we could do that, that'd just be absolutely amazing. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next upload. You guys all stay safe, have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.